Big beast, big loot. Always worth stocking up.
Covenant soldiers are waiting to them. Troll's blood! Why have you come for training today? Fort Aran is under threat. The Covenant stands poised to gut us as easily as a hawker lazing in the sun. Scouts have sighted a small camp to the north. There aren't enough troops to attack the fort with a frontal assault, but Captain Hume believes they're planning some kind of flanking maneuver. I just returned from a sortie to the west. I found nothing. The captain went east on his own search mission. He's been gone for some time now. I need to stay here in case he returns. Would you be willing to seek him out along the eastern road and ensure his safety?
Stranger, I'm surprised to see any friendly faces out here. Did you meet any Covenant soldiers on the road? Damn. We need to find out what they're planning. If I had a handful of able soldiers, I'd send them into the camp to search for plans. Unfortunately, Fort Arand is a training ground filled with milk-drinking recruits. Shore's bones, you're a brave one. Put steel or spell to the commanders in the encampment. They're the ones most likely to have a copy of their orders. Then head for the gates of the fort.
Move it! Burn it! Find a soul gem for that weapon of yours. That gear of yours won't hold out much longer. Nothing like that freshly charged feeling.
Captain Hyung.
Light it up! Together, you got it.
Captain Hyung. I'm not sure. I saw the captain approaching, then felt a sharp pain in my head. I think I heard a footfall behind me before I went down. When I came to, he was dead, and our attacker was gone. Assassins? Captain Lari should see this. She's in the command post, the largest building in the fort. Report to her, and I'll spread the word to the other troops in the fort. We need everyone on guard and watching their backs.
Welcome, friend. Don't believe my...
Love to see it.
To be with the Sylvanar on his wedding day must have been a real honor for you.
What are you, a soft robes mage? Move it!
Edora, Denis, Ta.
There's been an assault!
So many goods shipped to Cyrodiil. To end the fighting, or draw it out. No matter.
Well met, my fine Falar. I am Captain Laurie, commander of the forces stationed at Fort Arrand. We're primarily a training outpost. I had to put the recruits on alert with all these Covenant troops nearby. What do you have there? No. Dumak, take those fetches. Hjolm, my best officer, is dead, and these plans say Aknara is here. Of all the... We're not prepared for Aknara. Not even slightly, Traveler. Let's talk. These Sewit assassins are stealthy and dangerous. They'll probably be practically invisible with all the places to hide in here. We need to shed some light on this situation. I have just the thing. Blinding light flasks. The flasks are upstairs. Use them near the walls of the fort. I expect the killers will be lurking there. Strikes from Shadows is leading a group of our more experienced troops. Meet up with him at the tower to the east when you're done. Falar, you'll find the flasks of blinding light upstairs. Use them to reveal the assassin infiltrators. Put an end to their plans.
Been on the lookout for that.
Damn you.
Another notch in our belt.
Damn you.
Face my better nature.
Akatosh, curse you!
That's it?
Are the assassins now feeding the earth with their blood and bone? I was ambushed. Warm-blood assassins do that. They hoped I wouldn't reach these tunnels and discover the roots of Aknara's plan. They died with that hope unfulfilled. You'll notice many Covenant troops about. I'd bet my birth mud she's opened the reinforced cap that sealed these tunnels. Clearly, she plans to lead an army into the fort from below. Long ago, this place was built to imprison Daedra. See that floor plate below the door you came through? There are 5 of those. When they're all active, a barrier will rise and imprison those within. No, there's an exit to the surface behind the final plate. I activated the first one. Activate 3 more on the way to the last chamber, then meet me by the final plate.
You should have run.
I never tell the truth to those unworthy of it.
Watch it!
Aknara ambushed us. She used a flask of blinding light to stun us, then ran back through the door behind me. Were you able to activate the plates? Good. I'll activate this last one. Once I do, the other barriers on all 5 will harden like a shell. While I do this, you must slay Aknara before she slithers away again. Bayam chased after Aknara. He'll need your help more than I do. Look for him. I'm sure he's wounded, if not dead. Once this is done, use the trapdoor atop the bluff. It leads to the command post below.
Finally, some quiet.
Have you dispatched Aknara, that piece of Enchao? Ha! My fine Falar. Well done. I'll see your name is not forgotten. Aknara, however, will be forgotten. The Dunmer reshape history to serve their needs. I'll remove any mention of her actions here, and I'll purge all records of that vile assassin. Captain Hjorm lost his life bravely defending the fort from that Covenant scum. He cut down a score of them, but eventually succumbed to his wounds. That magnificent fetcher will be missed.
Honor to you, stranger. Your appearance is most fortunate. My situation here has taken a distressing turn, and you could be of great assistance to me. For months now, I've been studying how the Brothers of Strife were created. These ruins are fascinating, but ruins can reveal only so much. I need a brave person to visit the past and tell me what actually happened that day. I've concocted a ritual to summon spirits present on that day. Talk to whoever appears. This should imbue you with the essence of that moment. You'll also need to find the Heartstones. Then we can open the gateway to the past. Mind the stories the spirits tell you. There's much to be learned from talking to the dead. These violent statues depict the horrors of the past, when the elven Chimer fought the invading human needs. This was the birthplace of the mightiest magic the Chimer ever conceived. As a Telvanni, I must know everything. Yes, that is my house, Three be praised. While the other houses have entangled themselves in this Ebonheart Pact, our wizard lords, in their wisdom, have kept us apart. Power comes through knowledge, ancient and modern. These violent statues depict the horrors of the past, when the elven Chimer fought the invading human needs. This was the birthplace of the mightiest magic the Chimer ever conceived. As a Telvanni, I must know everything. These are the Brothers of Strife, immortalized in stone. It was here our ancestors, the Chimer, made their final stand against the Needs. And it was here they created the Brothers of Strife.
You asked for it.
Good to get stocked up.
Impressive.
Looking stronger already.
You good? Of course you are.
Wait, this is where the final battle took place. Why am I here? All my life I fought for the Chimer. I skirmished with Dwemer and drove beasts from the Ashlands, until a greater threat loomed. The Need struck Stonefalls with a lust for territory and slaughter. They were men of the North, violent and cruel. My brother and I were the greatest generals of the Khymer, yet even we couldn't stem the tide of Needic muscle and iron. We were desperate. The Sorcerer's plan to create the Brothers of Strife offered us a way out. Of course we did. We were losing. Our homeland, everything we'd fought to build, was about to fall to these vile humans. There could be no peace with the Needs. I became one of the brothers to serve my people.
Stay ready. Never know what else might be heading our way.
I know this place. We made our last stand here many years ago. Gone. Why am I here? Why have I been summoned? We fell back, retreating from fort to stronghold. Whole companies were lost defending our people. The Needs besieged our cities and burned our farms. Our sorcerers made a plan, and we lured the humans here. We drew a line in the ash. At this temple, we declared we would go no further. My troops held the line in the riverbed below, while Sadal and I made the sacrifice. We became the Brothers of Strife, and as brothers ended this war.
Let's ride!
Useful. Hold on to that.
You have spoken to the spirits. What did you learn? General Balroth and Legate Sadal. My calculations were correct. Not that I expected any less. By talking to them, you're now attuned.
Ready! Fire!
Harvest your soul for the Deadlands.
That is a...
For Lord Dagon!
Your hide will make a wonderful rug for the master. Surrender and I'll devour you quickly. Rise, minions! Stop them before it's too late.
Unburden.
You have spoken to the spirits. What did you learn? General Balroth and Legate Sadal. My calculations were correct. Not that I expected any less. By talking to them, you're now attuned to the final clash between Khyma and Need. Now, all you have to do is step into the past. Of course, I forgot. You did not conceive this plan. In the base of the statue, just north of here, is a shrine dedicated to Boethia. Go there and offer the Heartstones to the brothers. There is one thing to know. I don't want to waste this opportunity because you made a foolish mistake. Those in the past will see you as one of Balreth's soldiers. Act the part. I can't say what will happen if you don't. History lessons? Very well, if you insist. Do they teach nothing these days? Long ago, we were the Khyma, with light skin and fair eyes. We worshipped the good Daedra. To mark the ascent of the Three, we were gifted with this more sober complexion, and the realm of Morrowind forever. A more obscure topic, certainly. In ancient days, the Nedic tribes marched and plundered across the land. We call their descendants Nords. Even then, they were fearsome warriors who lusted for conquest. Early in the First Era, when the Khyma were still new to Morrowind, the Needs invaded. The battle that brought Sadal and Balreth here was the climax of that war. The Khyma were forced to desperate measures to prevail. Great power ripped open a way to oblivion here, and that can never fully be shut. Scamps are the skeevers of those realms, wriggling through the gaps. Ill-smelling, fire-spewing skeevers who killed my assistants and drove me from the ruins.
You could craft something nice with that.
Halt, soldier. The Needs are amassing just beyond the ridgeline. I need to speak to General Balreth. Have you seen him? You're just in time. Our people are being slaughtered. General Balreth needs to prepare at the altar. We've got some dirty business ahead. It's time to teach these savages what it means to cross the Khyma. Blood for blood, their violence shall be repaid. Soldier, are you ready to begin? Kill the Need troops. Make the river run red with their blood. Take their hearts as trophies. Once you've decimated the front lines, the Need chieftain must pay. We, the Khyma, have paid enough. Now it is the enemy's turn. Just so. The Need's war chief is named Ornskar. Kill her and cut out her heart. When you have these sacrifices in hand, head to the ritual altar in the center of the temple. We'll be waiting. This is justice, that the blood of fallen Needs will open the way for their defeat. Go, soldier. Kill the troops and slay Ornskar. Then report at the ritual altar. Our retreat here was no accident, soldier. Only at this place of Daedric power can we complete the ritual of calling. We'll wrench the Daedra from their dark plane, split them open, and use their power and Need blood to save our people.
I'm with you. Let's do this! That's what I thought.
Move! Light it up!
You're dead. Over so soon?
Honor to you, soldier. I'll take the bloody offerings and ready them for the ritual. Are you prepared for the next step? Kill the Daedra at the nearby ruins. Take what we need from them. We are gathering the essences of these Daedra. Speak with the Acolytes. They know how to summon them. You're only a soldier, so I'll spare you details. We're infusing the blood of our enemies and the Daedric essences you collect into our chosen vessels. The General and his brother have volunteered themselves for this sacrifice. The General and his brother will die. The power they receive will consume them. But they will be reborn, more fearsome than even the mightiest horde of Need warriors. We, the Chimera, will win this day.
Got your back.
Shall we find some mischief? Come in. We are made stronger together.
Yes?
I don't know if I can go through with this, soldier. These sorcerers ask much. Everything, in fact. They've created a spell to fill us with raw elemental power, greater than our enemies can stand, if it works. What they can't say is what happens to us. Will my brother and I still remain, or will we be nothing but beasts of destruction? Yes, I must be. I wonder what the lens of history will show when our people look back on this day. Will my brother and I be remembered as the saviors of our race? Or will we be known as monsters and horrors?
Sadal and I are ready to make the sacrifice. We have only a few moments. The Needs are about to break the line. But Sadal and I will save our people and be remembered forever. Help the sorceress complete the ritual. Pray at the brazier, soldier. Pray for the destruction of our enemies.
For the Kaimer! For Velon!
You return. What did you learn? Need blood. I should have seen this. The Kaimer thought they were gods. Backed into a corner, they turned to dark rituals. This was dangerous magic. I must contemplate this. Still, I am quite grateful that you did not fail.
This won't take long.
There's much to do. I've got a message for you.
It's a message from Drathus Othral, the leader of the Dark Elf quarter in Ebonheart. He sends his compliments, and he wants you to help the town resist a nearby Covenant invasion. No, he just needs you to talk. House Drez isn't popular. The Nords and Argonians in Ebonheart won't speak to him. And the other Dark Elf houses don't like the Drez much either. Convince the townspeople to work together. Then speak to Othral.
Lend a helping hand.
I heard you were there when Molar Grunder was defeated. Well done.
It can't be. They wouldn't. I have no reassurance to offer. Do what you think best in the time remaining. I am a disciple of the Tribunal. My people come to me for comfort, yet I have none to give. The three are silent. I lift my voice, but they do not answer. The Covenant circles Ebonheart, and I cannot even pray for wisdom. The Tribunal punishes the people for my faithless ways. The shrines to Almalexia, Sothasil, and Vivek are surrounded by a foul smell and angry Aelit. Please, do what I cannot. Burn these flowers at the shrines, then pray for Ebonheart. Burn the flowers at each shrine. They're a rare variety of gold carnet called Roland's Tears, and are sacred to the three. I pray they hear you.
Good eye.
I appear at my lord's behest. Or perhaps I was always here, and you merely lacked the ability to see me. Actions carry conviction better than words. A skilled poet arranges for others to be where they should be, when they should be, to fulfill his needs and desires. Yet the question Sildras asked was not the one in his heart. A man of poisoned words put doubt in Sildras's heart. He said the poet is less than he once was. Tell the disciple that Vivek's words and wit and way of war are as keen as always. What is Vivek beyond these? Vivek is a warrior poet, the ruthless and elegant soul of his people. He guides and protects all. Sharp of eye and tongue is he. Long is his reach. Longer is his spear. How can this question be on the lips of anyone in Morrowind? The sermons of Vivek are beside every bed. Vivek's psalms are sighed from every maiden's lips. His wisdom makes his people as hard, capable, and enduring as the poet himself. All know Vivek, for Vivek would have it so.
Here we go!
My Lady Almalexia bids you carry a message to Disciple Sildrus. Ah, you are the child whose soul was stolen. My lady is concerned for you. Almalexia is the merciful healing mother of the Dunmer. She is the most beloved of the Tribunal. I am merely a servant and messenger of my lady, not a teacher or priest. Seek the temples and libraries to learn more. Perhaps in time, you may speak to Almalexia herself. The Tribunal does not abandon their people. Just as a parent shelters children from dangers they cannot comprehend, the three shelter the Dunmer from threats beyond their ken. Tell him that my lady is mindful of his doubt and fear. There is no shame in either, so long as he helps others bear their burdens. By helping others, his fears will be allayed. But if he spreads his despair, my lady will chastise him. The mother ascends to...
Friend, a moment of your time.
You hear that? It's like whispering, or... I don't know. I've never heard anything like it. It's probably just my imagination.
Speak!
Wizard, mystic, master of the Clockwork City, an architect of time and a binder of oblivion, one who masters the tools that mastered others. Does this answer satisfy? Good. Seek. Learn. When you are prepared, find the master. He will be interested to hear your conclusions. All prayers are heard, not all are acknowledged. Every small cog drives a greater gear. Each is necessary, otherwise the whole collapses. When any cog shivers from the stresses on it, the master feels it. But the load he assigns it is no more than he knows it can bear.
What do you need?
You want to die? Fine! I'm with you. Let's do this!
Building up a stash? Good thinking.
I can feel the blessings upon you. It's a power I've not felt myself for many years. I see. I hadn't considered there might be threats more grave than the Covenant invasion. You would think, given all we know of the treachery of Cold Harbor, that I would see that. What of Sotha Seal? I am ashamed. The three have shown more faith in me than I have in them. I dread asking this, but what of Lord Vivek? Ha! Yes, I should have known. Vivek is the most subtle of the three. It's true, I've been counseling a Dunmer who questions his faith. He told me the Tribunal are losing their powers. Only indirectly. We see the three less every year. They no longer make their annual pilgrimage to Red Mounting on Vardenfell, and no one knows why. It all seemed so convincing when he said it. His name is Ravil Urano. He hasn't come to pray for days now. He was in such despair. I think he'd even stopped bathing. The last time I saw him, he smelled terrible, like fresh offal. What? Have I been a fool? I questioned my faith for the flimsiest of reasons and caused others to question theirs. I have much to do to correct my failure. I wish I knew why Ravil Urano's doubting words were so compelling.
Ready.
Honor for the pact, they says. Hardy ha ha, I says.
Better overstocked than under.
What brings you to this god's forsaken dark elf dunghole? The beer in this land is fit only for pigs. Good thing we brought our own. Have the elves asked you to help beat back the Covenant yet? To Sovngarde with them. Aye. The milk drinkers landed to the west at that big yellow tree thing. Now the Dres have got their skirts in a twist. Oh, please save us, big strong Nords. Fancy lads, the lot of them. They think Nords only exist to save elven asses. Bring them on. We don't skeever out of a fight. When we're attacked, we fight. I wager you think we should fight for the rest of the pact. All right. Prove they've got some backbone. Let's see you beat 3 of my men, and do it the Nord way. We fight drunk. We've got a keg of fine, strong mead from Riften right here. Pour yourself a mug and get to it. Unless you're too fancy, of course.
Try to put up a decent fight.
We perform an important service, you know. If not for us, the Dark Elves would never see a massive log or a long, smooth piece of wood. Especially the Lady Elves, if you know what I mean. You could only beat me if I was blind, stinking sober, and I'm not. This should be fun! Stop! I need...
Building up a staff. Good thinking.
Care for a drink? Are you asking for a challenge?
Shores, bones! I thought today was going to be dull. Come at me! I yield, friend. Good fight.
Some of the boys like to flirt with the elf girls. I don't know why. They're so little. There's nothing to them. Ha ha! You're clever, you are. Let's see how well you take a blow. Don't be timid. Well, you're tougher than you look.
Well, you're not half bad, I'll give you that. I said I would, and I don't go back on my word. I hope the rest of the Pact fights like you, not that milk-drinking Urano. Ravel Urano, that dark elf here before you. He kept asking to buy our lumber so we'd leave town. I told him no, we had a contract to keep, but he offered to double it. No one pays that much for wood, even good rift spruce. What a skeever. Don't know and didn't ask. His story smelled like last week's fish. Whole time we were talking, he kept looking around for a crack to ooze through, sweating like. The boys ran him off with a few light cuffs to the head. He hasn't come back since. Right. Things like that. They're exactly why we keep to ourselves in the Elven lands. That and the bad food. Anyway, you're all right. Tell that fancy Othrol we'll fight. Come back and drink with us again sometime.
Here we go. Quality wares.
Another stranger swims into our wallow. I have no quarrel with you. We shall speak. But know that if you would help those trying to murder our Hist, I will speak with my teeth instead of my tongue. It's dying. It was never healthy. This isn't Black Marsh after all. So in the last few weeks, it's withered. We've learned that House Drez is poisoning it. It's not enough to have enslaved us for generations. Now they want to carve our hearts out. The best we can do is fertilize it. We're using mud crab meat wrapped in ash reed. Both are common around the quarter. We've also set guards around the tree to keep the Dunmer away. If you wish to aid us, gather the items I requested. Ash reeds grow in the tide pools in our quarter, and mud crabs thrive on the shores nearby. Gather some of each and present them at the roots of our Hist. Some of our people heard a dark elf talking to others of his kind. He asked if they'd seen the Drez rowing out to our Hist tree. He saw jars of poison in the boat. That's not hard to believe. Ravel Urano. My people overheard him at the inn. He was drunk and talking too loud. No one spoke to him directly. It's never been wise for an Argonian to confront a dark elf. especially lately. We're far from Black Marsh. No, but it's not difficult to believe, is it? The Dres think we're little more than animals, but the Pact freed us. What they can't enslave, they destroy. The Dres have always regarded Argonians as little more than savage children. We needed to be civilized, so they uplifted us by putting us to work as slaves on plantations and in mines. No more. Now we speak beside them in the council.
Good to get stocked up.
Ho! What do you have there? We are allowing no one to approach the Hist, especially strangers claiming they wish to help us. We just caught a dark elf trying to poison the tree. Your words smell fair, but tasting is proof. Let me see what you have there. Yes, I erect the spine of apology. While you were away, we caught a dark elf defiling our Hist. Please, apply the fertilizer you've gathered to the base of our Hist. As long as I'm with you, the guards will let you through. One of our guards is escorting him to my lodge. He seems half mad. He was doing something to the tree, and apparently he is of House Dres.
This isn't a good time.
It seems we have proof that the Dres are trying to murder our tree. While you were gathering mud crab meat and reeds, the guards caught him trying to harm our Hist. We can't get anything out of him but his name and house. Seems the rumors were true. House Drez is trying to murder our Hist. He was scratching at the bark, licking our tree. When the guard shouted at him, he dropped an empty bottle. Now he's very ill. The truth is as plain as the face of Masser. You may do as you wish, but his mind is boiling. His words skitter like a mud crab in a pan. You will gather no moisture from this one.
Worms! Worms in the ground. They swim through the earth like fish. They're everywhere. The lizards dance inside them. What did I do? What did it do to me? I see. I feel. I'm awake. I touched it. It smelled like flowers and black earth. It tasted like rain and summer wind and the deepest green. He said the tree's sap would be better than skooma. He was right. He said the Argonians might be angry. Do you think they're angry? To me, they always look angry. It's the teeth. He gave me the bottle, said it was for the tree. I thought it was skooma. I tasted it. It was bad. I fed it to a lizard. He didn't like it either. He died. The bottle broke. How can I fill it with sap? I never saw him before. I asked him for coin to get more skooma. He was a Dunmer. Someone called him Bravil? Weevil? Wabberjack? Ravil, that's it.
Ravel? I can't believe it. Ravel! Ravel Urano claimed he saw House Drez poison our history. Then he gave a bottle to this tree-licking waste of flesh. I smell worm scat. Someone has been playing us for fools, and I no longer believe it's House Drez.
Have our town's fortunes improved? That's a great relief. Well done. The Covenant troops haven't left their encampment to the west, but it's only a matter of time before our inactivity encourages them. I don't know this, Myr. Why would he cause so much trouble? Perhaps he's an agent of Sheogorath. That's an unpleasant thought. The Daedra of Chaos is worse than any mere Covenant army. Can you aid me further? Ravil must have a house in town. I'd like you to find it and watch him. I'd like to see myself, but I'm sure he'll recognize me, so I'll need to cast a spell on you. Commoners would call it a scrying spell, but I'm beyond such crude hedge magic. It will enable me to see and hear what you do. Furthermore, I'll be able to speak to you. Search for Ravil's home. I expect it's on the west side of town. You should be able to hear me now.
Do not waste my time.
There he is. Let's follow him.
Hey, Ravel! No waffle today. The temple's forbidden all sales.
Quiet, fool. I paid you for your discretion, remember?
Look here. It's that fancy sword was in our camp. Hey, fancy man. Fallen on any swords lately? Saying we shouldn't help the Dunmer? Huh. Like a Nord would ever turn down a fight.
The drunk one took your advice, Silvertongue. He now regrets it. For shame.
It was just idle talk, friend. I assure you, I had nothing to do with it.
You could brew something nice with that.
He went into that shack. Wait for him to leave. He's out. That was fast.
Ofer. What now, Ravel? So you're the meddler who undid all of Ravel's work. Such a waste of my time.
Let's see how you handle this.
Houses.
What are you doing here? You won't take me! Cornell gave me potions!
The guards heard fighting. I assume you found more inside than just evidence? Having him alive might have been useful, but having him dead is just as good. The ritual items in the shack on the docks and his belongings might tell us something more.
Watch your pockets.
Fivefold. Ready.
No, I understand. If you change your mind, I'll be here.
Been dipping our hands into strange cookie jars, have we? Show me what...
Finest merchandise around.
Fine goods for sale.
It's not safe here. Run, friend. Get out of here before the Covenant soldiers come back. I'm staying put, so I can direct other survivors to safety. But if I see another dagger uniform, I'm leaving. They came up the road from the east, killing and looting as they went. A few of us managed to escape. I wish I knew what happened to Othris and her family. Salu Othris is our overseer. Her husband Garvis was organizing a defense of the stables. I didn't see where the matriarch and her daughter went, but her boys headed for the pools. Poor folks. They were a good sort. For field masters, that is. I'd start with the sons, Daedrus and Mavis. The last I saw, they were running for the sulfur pools. It's dangerous in there. The water boils, and wild shot come up from underground. May Vivek guide your steps, traveler. Mining sulfur, of course. We get it from the pools. Alchemists pay a premium for it. They use it in potions, but they don't want to gather it themselves. Take a deep breath. It smells like rotten eggs here, night and day. It gets in your clothes and your hair. Most alchemists are just too proper to put up with the smell. Can't blame them.
The Shulk had me trapped up here like Nyx hounds hunting a lizard. Thank Vivek the brutes were too stupid to try going around the rock. They just stood down there and snapped at my feet. I'm sure going to try. Please, find my brother Dedrus. The Covenant soldiers were hot on his heels.
The soldiers are gone? Thank Almalexia! I thought no one would come before they got tired of taunting me. They kept talking about what they do with their knives. We got split up. The last I saw Drathyra, she and Mother were just ahead of the invaders. There's a cave at the edge of the pools. Drathi, Mevis, and I used to play there. I'll bet that's where they went. Yes, now that those soldiers are gone, I'm going to make a run for it. Wish me luck.
Useful. Hold on to that.
Scatter!
Why? Why did they do this? Why? Why did they do this? He stabbed her. Merciful 3, he stabbed her. Why did he do that? We did nothing to threaten them. The captain of the Covenant soldiers. His blade was poisoned. I can already see the edges of Mother's wound blackening. I must be calm. I can't lose my wits like some rattle-brained Altmer. He said he had an herbal antidote. He actually waved the bottle in my face. He said I could have it if I, well, entertained him and all his men. I spat in his face. He went south to our guar barns. Said he wanted to hear the beast scream. We keep grief brandy in the storage shed there. Light some on fire. I bet that'll get his attention.
What's going on out here?
You're going to regret this. How'd you get so lucky? You know what that's good for? Ah, you'll figure it out.
You're back. Do you have the antidote? I think so. Please, give me the bottle. The three, bless you. Mother, everything's gonna be fine now. Yes, you got here in time. She's resting now. I'll help Mother make her way to the stead. We'll see you there. And thank you.
I'm not going back. Janae can get them himself.
Drathyra tells me your actions saved my wife from a painful death. I'm in your debt, and I honor my debts. That's thanks to you. As I said, I honor my debts, but until we drive the Covenant from Stonefalls, this is all I can offer. Now I must speak with Dedrus. He smells like he dishonored himself.
My Guar. Oh. I'm sure the Covenant troops have eaten them all. Uncivilized savages. Our Guar. When the Covenant soldiers attacked, the Guar panicked and ran into the sulfur pools. Guar aren't the smartest animals. By now, some of them have probably drowned. Did I mention they're dumb? Put a harness back on them, say a few calm words, and they'll run back here. The hard part would be finding harnesses. I've only got one here. The rest are scattered with the Guar. You'll have to find them in the pools.
Praise Vivek! You were there to stop Alexandra Cannell from capturing the Coral Heart.
You asked for it.
Better overstocked than under. You weren't keeping score, were you? Me neither.
A fine job. Most of the herd has come home. The Othris use these animals to haul carts of sulfur to market, but they don't care about them like I do. Whether or not you care about the Guar, you've helped them. And me, I think I owe you this.
This is taking forever.
Never a dull moment.
Got to be better than that to stop us.
Together, you got it.
You could craft something nice with that.
I'll be watching you. There seems no end to woe.
Pitiful me.
Run! Goblins have overrun our fields! These once fertile lands have been reduced to ash and dust. My fair Edwina must be ashamed of me. I am a poor protector. The goblins have slaughtered many of my men. Even my eldest son has been fed to the funeral pyre. Now my youngest son, Bjork, has gone missing. Troll's blood! These vermin seem unstoppable. My middle son, Gar, is leading the search for Bjork west of the Hall. Go, speak to him. Help him find his missing brother and end this nightmare. Speak to my son, Gar, outside the manor house. Offer to help find Bjork. I couldn't bear to lose another son.
can go on.
These goblins are merciless, stranger. They don't feel pity or remorse or fear. And they won't stop until they're killed. You want to help? Get out there and kill some of those stinking gobs. Bjork is nearby. I heard him call my name. If you can distract the gobs, I think I can get to him. Meet me here when you're done.
Your attack on those vermin was heroic. You made them regret the day they left their stinking dens. We're in trouble. Your diversion worked, and Gar went looking for his younger brother. That's the good news. The bad news is the goblins are gathering for a final attack on the hold. Quickly, get to Hrogar and warn him.
What news of my sons? Has Bjork returned? Warriors, to me. Protect the hall and safeguard the innocents. Defend the hold! Defend the hall! Slay the goblins!
Get him.
Kill them all! Their leader comes! Take him down! By
day, Iskramor! We've won the day!
Don't think... Ugh! Shaw's bones. You have to help. Ugh! Miserable gobs. They're missing. We found Bjork. We were escorting him home when we were ambushed. The goblins must have taken them both. Ugh. The spiders encased their prey in cocoons. If Bjork and Gar were taken, you'll probably find them trapped in one of those silken prisons. You'll find spider cocoons along the beach east of the manor house. Look there. Show no mercy to these craven goblins and their spider pets.
The goblins have captured Gar. They took him into a cave near the beach.
Good eye.
Got to kill the Goblin Warlord and his Spider Queen when we have the chance. Follow me. We've won the day. I'll meet you at the hall.
Let's not some heads. Tough to go out like this.
The attacks are faltering. You've driven the goblins back. Shores, bones, traveler. Without your help, we'd be attending my son's funeral, instead of celebrating a victory over the goblins. I'll never forget how you helped to defend my hold.
Father, I brought the head of the goblin warlord.
I was wounded in battle during the Akaviri invasion of Stonefalls years ago. A sweet soul named Edwina nursed me back to health. Though her family disowned her, we were married a few years later. She has given much for our love. Many of these milk drinkers consider it heresy for a dark elf to marry one of another race, as if the three care who we love and live for. Despite the hatred, Edwina and I have stood strong. Our love and land has endured. Until now.